So before this thing even gets started, disclaimer, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a dietitian. I'm just a guy who likes to lift and put on some extra muscle, and that's what I'm here for. Share the experience with me and, maybe share some of your own. All right, so it is Wednesday, November 29th, and I should have started this before I started bulking, but I'm mid-bulk. It's probably 2 months in right now. I've already gained about 20 pounds, and by my most recent calculations, by the end of my bulk, the end of April, I should be up another 30 pounds. I have to do a weigh-in. Haven't done that yet this week. I try to go every 2 weeks to see how much I'm gaining. But yeah, so I don't have a gym membership right now, although I do want to get back in the gym so I can get access to some different equipment. But for right now, what I've got is this fancy little setup here. Can't really see it, can you? No. Anyway, I've got a bench. I've got about 400 pounds in weights. I've got some adjustable weights. And this is proof that you really don't need a lot to get started, to start building muscle, to, do better for yourself, which is the real reason that anybody should be exercising, working. Don't do it for other people. Do it for you, because you're going to go a lot further and faster with it than if you're doing it to try to impress somebody or, anything like that. So have your own goals. Every workout plan is unique, specific. Everybody's different. So, but yeah, this is what I'm doing. Today's arm day. So we'll try to film some of the lifting, but I'm not exactly set up for that. So we'll do what we can with what we got. All right. So earlier in the video, I had mentioned that it's arm day. And as you can see, I can get the camera to sit still. It looks like I'm set up for a bench press, right? Not exactly. There's a variation of the bench press that I'm not sure a lot of people utilize. Not 100% on that. But, so I'm starting off with my triceps. The exercise I'm starting off with is the reverse grip bench press. Now I'm sure, people have heard of it. I don't know how many people actually utilize it. I haven't seen a lot of that online. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you just line up like your regular bench press, but use a reverse grip, which takes the emphasis off of your chest and puts it on the tricep. Now, I haven't been doing a lot of triceps lately because I've been pretty happy with where my tris are at. But they still need work like everything else. So I got some lightweight set up on here for warm up and demonstration purposes. And then I'm going to get into my actual lift. But it pretty much just goes. And yeah, that's that. All right, so just got through my first exercise, that reverse grip bench press I was talking about. One thing I forgot to mention was with that reverse grip, you really activate that inner head of the tricep a lot more, which is kind of a difficult part of the muscle to, obviously you can't isolate it, but you can put emphasis on it. So that was one of them. The next one I'm going to do is sort of I don't even know what the name of the exercise is, but you just lay down and, reach that dumbbell out across your chest and go like this. But, so I'll show you that one next. And there you have it. Should probably look up what the actual name of that exercise is. I'm sure there's a name for it, and I just don't know. So one quick thing that I do want to add here in this video is that part of the challenge for me, doing this stuff on my own in If you can tell, it's just a shed, you know, where I have all my my bench and my dumbbells and weights and stuff. Is that obviously there's no spotters. So, well, you want to push yourself, you want to go hard, you got to be safe with it. So, you know, in my case, given the way that this bench is, you know, it's nice. It does the incline, and it's got, you know, the two different racks on it, so I can set up for that kind of thing. But the drawback is there's no spotter, so I have to do things a little bit differently. While I'd like to do standard skull crushers, that would be great. But yeah, I'm not trying to get myself hurt or injured or worse. So I do some variation type stuff. You know, I'm basically just going to do a tricep extension laying down here with those two dumbbells. I don't know if you can really see. It's dark in here. Sorry, the lighting sucks. But, you know, that's, if you're going to start doing it on your own at home, whatever, that's great. But you got to be safe. You know, you don't want to hurt yourself or worse just trying to, you know, get fit or gain muscle or just get back in shape, lose weight, whatever it is you're trying to do. So just be safe about it, whatever it is you're doing. Now, I realized I talked about, you know, the safety concerns of lifting alone and, you know, the basic drawbacks and cons of it, but I didn't mention any of the positives, the pros, the good things. So, you know, number one, obviously, with even a basic home gym setup like this one you can barely see before you, there's no waiting for anybody. You don't have to worry about, you know, oh, is the bench going to be open when I get to the gym? You know, am I going to be able to get the dumbbells I want or need? You know, so that's one of the pros. The other pro is you can listen to whatever music you want, and you don't have to worry about headphones, how loud it is, as long as you're not bothering your neighbors if you have them. But yeah, so there are pros to it. There are definitely positives, but like I said, it's not without its drawbacks. Obviously, I'm in a shed that's not entirely sealed up, and it's about, well, it was 19 degrees when I got up here. Normally, I like to lift earlier in the morning. I'm up at 4:30, take my pre-workout, and then right up here. Because then it leaves me more time to do other stuff during my day. But today I waited for it to warm up just a little bit because it is so cold, so cold. So coming back to one of my earlier points, you know, I just finished my tricep part of my arm day. Now, it's arm day, but, you know, for me what works is I tend to focus on, okay, yeah, I say it's arm day, but really, I'm just working my triceps and my forearms today. That's the goal. Yesterday was back day. Biceps are already activated and feeling kind of sore from that because, you know, I was probably not doing things 100% correctly. Hard to do things 100% correctly all the time, even though you should. So what I'm doing to sort of make up for that is now I won't work my biceps again until my next arm day, which is going to be 3 or 4 days from now, you know. What I like to do is I cycle through my arm day, and then I hit legs, and then I do chest and back. So, you know, that gives your muscles time to recover because, you know, even though you're working your back, you're inadvertently working the biceps as well to some extent. So you want to give yourself time to recover before you try to work that muscle to get it to grow. So that's my point, I guess, I'm trying to say is give yourself time to recover, because if you don't, and I've made this mistake in the past going to the gym before, you want to go hard, but you don't want to go so hard that you don't give your muscles time to recover. So that's huge. And, you know, somebody who I started getting into weightlifting and that kind of stuff when I was a teenager. Obviously, haven't really stuck with it over the years, but I'm really trying to make it a regular routine part of my life now. Like I said, I'm trying to bulk up anyway. My ultimate goal weight lean is 195. I am lean, I'm probably like 148. Right now I've bulked up to about 156. I still have to do that weigh in. But, you know, point being, give yourself time to recover. It's really important, and I learned that lesson the hard way over the years, and it took a lot of frustration and wondering what I was doing wrong to figure that out. And obviously, there's a lot of people out here on YouTube and Facebook, and there's a lot of fitness content out there already. And I would encourage you, if you're thinking about doing this, or you're already into it, and you're at a beginner, even intermediate level, or even if you're a pro, just see what somebody else is doing. If you're plateaued and you're not making progress anymore, then you should really, switch things up a bit. It's, the same routine that was effective could end up being not effective anymore. It could be ineffective for you. So, don't be afraid to get outside of your comfort zone and try something different. So in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I thought I was about 158 pounds. I did my weigh-in. I think my scale's wrong, but according to my scale, I'm 162 pounds right now. So I started at 135, which puts me already up almost 30 pounds. So, and I'm sure a bit of that's fat. It's not all muscle, but definitely some gains there.